Okay, this is the VOD review for Faraz's play. He sent me a couple videos, so I'm going to do this one. He said to avoid, or if I was only going to do one, don't do the one that has Sombra Soldier. So this is the one I'm assuming you want me to do, which is Tracer. Full disclosure, I have done, this is my second time doing this. I did the first time and the audio was a little screwed up, so I'm going to do it again. Which means you don't get my candid reactions to stuff, but it means it'll be a little more efficient because I know when all the good stuff happens. So we're going to skip through here. I didn't know you could get in here. This is cool. Thanks for teaching me this. I don't know how useful it is, but I don't know if I would ever even known that's there. You execute big boy flank here. And you essentially delete that Moira, which is good. And then you stay in flashbang range and get flashbanged by that guy. So that was good, followed by kind of bad. Your deletion of Moira was huge for your team. To be fair, she moves in a straight line here. So if you look here, you don't even really have to move your reticle. That doesn't take away from the fact that it was great positioning and the good aggressive play that killed her in the first place. And here you should have, you see that? Oh, but your cursor actually drags to that. So you go to, I wish it didn't pause. So as soon as, when you're playing Tracer in flashbang range, you have to get out of flashbang range as soon as he turns to look at you. And it's easier to do on console because it takes so long to turn. So you see him turn, now you should, and you just don't. You keep it. Luckily he misses that flashbang, so you get lucky, or he misses the shot after flashbang, you get lucky. So you collapse in here, which is definitely a good idea. And your team appears to be winning this team fight. You at least pulled aggro for a bit and made him turn around, too, so that's good. Not much to say there. Pretty good tracking, though. They're trickling in. Here comes the McCree trickling in. So there's a couple things wrong with that play there, for sure. I understand you wanted to capitalize on the trickling McCree, so I think like that part was good, you attacking him, but... So you unload your clip from this range. You dash towards him and then reload. Now you're in flashbang range reloading. I would have waited back, reloaded, and then come in. And then also, if a McCree's already looking at you, once you dash into flashbang range, I like to immediately dash again and bait out the flashbang. Because you know, as a McCree, as soon as you're in range, you're going to try it. And so you get in range and he does it. And this time he actually kills you. So you're just showing a little bit of a disrespect to the flashbang so far. So let me skip back. You get back here. Oh. Your team's all fighting the D.Va, so good on you for getting it. This was a great try to pulse bomb. Unlucky that it didn't work here. The double dash backwards. Unfortunately, for some reason in this game, a CC stops your ult. Like if it's a projectile, it somehow gets eaten up. But I really like that. That was flashing. That would have worked too if had you not been flashbanged. He was just ready for it. Another good thing here is you hear the soldier ult. It's hard to hear in the video because for some reason it comes through really quietly. But he ults, and you do the right thing, and you keep attacking him because he's not looking at you. He's got a Discord. I think a lot of people here would run as soon as they hear the soldier ult, but he's not looking at you. And sometimes he's no cover. The best defense is just killing him through his tac visor, and so you man up and you just stay next to him and you help killing him. Unfortunately, there was a wild McCree hiding behind that box, so not really much you could do there. But I like the play. I'm happy that you decided not to run and that you fought that out. You've got a very aggressive play style, Faraz, and sometimes it leads to you doing some dumb stuff, but I would much rather take this aggressive gameplay over some passive, indecisive one, like any day of the week. You get one clip by the Tracer. Just unlucky there. Not much to say. I don't think there's much to say here. I mean, you're just trying to stall. You actually do stall long enough for your monkey to get on, and he's going to stall for a little bit longer. I believe he ulted there? No, he didn't. Okay, so that's gone. Here comes a Tracer 1v1. You get her very low. Unlucky. She recalls. You're at 41 health. You decide not to recall and you die. Hot tip there is to press R1 and recall when you're low on health like she did, or you would have almost definitely won that. I think you were going for the health pack, but if you're going for the health pack, just dash to it. Did you not have a dash? You did not have it. No, wait, let me see. Yeah, you didn't have a dash. In that case, if you don't have a dash, you have 41 health. You should not be risking making it that far. Okay, so you're coming back with a pulse bomb. This could be huge for your team. Let me see this. There's a health pack right behind you that you just walk past. I don't know if you know there's a health pack in that room. It's right there. You just heard Tracer drop down, so yes, you turn around to engage this. A lot of stuff going on. This would be a great time to pulse bomb, and you do. You capitalize on it. She's not looking at you. So you're firing at the D.Va this whole time, even though there's a Moira pumping heals to her and a McCree firing at you. Not a good call. Moira's deep HPS, healing per second, is enough to where, like on a D.Va, you're probably just not going to kill her. I think it's 80 per second, something like that. Pretty high. So yeah, not a good call going for the tank there. You see that Reinhardt flank? It probably would have been nice to tell your team that Reinhardt was flanking. Maybe he was looking for like Earth Shatter. I understand that it's EU and that like nobody talks, but okay, that time she dodges a little bit, so you don't kill her. Close. It's nice tracking on that Lucio, by the way. Yeah, this Mora loves to just walk in straight lines, and it really helps you out. Okay, so we're looking at the last fight here. Okay, your McCree has killed Tracer, so it's a 5v6. And you have Pulse Bomb, and they're all going up there. This would be a pretty good Pulse Bomb if you could land it. Nice dodge on the Earth Shatter. And D Bomb goes off. And you're just sort of chilling down here as your team is fighting this. Your team could really use you. You spend about 12 seconds down here not doing anything. I don't know if you were expecting them all to drop down, but I would have gone back up as soon as the D.Va bomb went off. But I think that's the end of the round one, right? Yeah, your team, you come back. Oh no, there's one other thing I want to say here. Is that you do this all video, and it's most prevalent here, is that you only decide to move after you blink. And you need to, especially on console when your sensitivity is lower, you need to be preparing for what you're going to do before you blink. For instance, here, you knew you were going to blink and have to turn. You should have started turning earlier. If we see this, I'm going to do it in slow motion, which will exaggerate it, but you try the pulse bomb. It actually does get some damage in. Okay, so you've decided you're about to blink. You haven't turned yet. You blink, it's pause, turn. Turn first. You can turn while you're blinking or turn earlier. Okay. And your team wins this. So nice. You end up killing them, so whatever. Okie doke. Take some poke damage, decide to go down low. So far your worst enemy has been these health packs, as you've missed hitting a couple of them and don't even know where that other one is. Here comes 1v1 number 3. And this time she decides not to recall. I don't know why. But you beat her, so nice job. At this point, you've demeched D.Va and killed the Tracer. Your team is probably going to win this fight. I don't think any of your team has died. I don't remember seeing. Yeah, and this guy's killed Torb. So you pretty much won this fight. And a second from now, what's going to happen is here comes a damage boosted McCree, I believe. Yep. So I would just keep backing up. You're taking this fight in the classic hyper aggressive fraud style, but your team is winning this handily, and you're probably not going to beat a pocketed McCree. That is very, very unlikely. But you decide to stick with it, and you get saved, sir, by the hero of this whole story, Big Boy McCree. Yes, sir. He sees the damsel in distress, and he combat rolls in front of you, shields you, and flashbangs all three of them, all two of the three, and it allows you to survive a little bit longer. But you probably would have. The reality is, you just died a few seconds earlier. Probably had the McCree not done that, and he dies too to try to save you. What a hero. Okay, you're dead. So you take the point with you gone. At this point, we have a flanking Torb, so I'm thinking the morale on their team isn't exactly stellar. That was a nice try on the pulse bomb. I don't blame you for taking that at all. Like that's how you get better, is trying hard pulse bombs like that. Alright, you aptly decide not to try to take the 1v6. Good call. Here comes the flanking McCree. Both teams, I don't know why both teams McCree try to flank so much. They don't have any mobility. You're hiding in here even though you have Transcendence. You're pretty much invincible outside of burst damage, so you probably should have, as soon as your Zen Trance, you would have gone out there and helped your team fight this, but it doesn't matter because it looks like your team's going to win it anyways. And it's just the McCree, and he's going to take you out with his dying breath, and you guys win. I believe you win. Yeah, you win. Okay, so all in all, that was a pretty dang good, a very effective tracer. You did what your team needed you to do, and then some. I suspect you sent me too good of a of a of a clip here. One of your better games, considering you spanked them so hard. But there's still some issues there. Planning out your blinks, like how you're gonna planning out which direction you're gonna face before you do the blink, so you can preemptively pay attention to the McCree flashbangs because you didn't really have a lot of respect for that. I think that was about it. Did you do anything wrong? Whatever. If you did something else wrong, I said it, but most of it was pretty good. So, yeah, that's it. If I can find how to stop this recording, here we go.